I'm gonna
Let's go.
provide a little of information about teams.
Sure.
Securus Ludo is 2.9 average, and Huracan Tortilla is 3.0. It's like a small difference, and more than the SAR, the teamwork will be the thing that will really matter in this game, because the individual and mechanical skills should be like kind of even. So let's see what happened within between those teams.
I mean, I think Securus Ludo has played more together than Hurricane Tortilla. I think Hurricane Tortilla is a very big roster, so it's hard to get together well easily because you have to play with so many different people, and it's gonna be hard to like, you know, it's gonna be hard to get used to playing with every single person. And I don't think they actually scrim a lot. I mean, they do, but not with their entire roster. So it's gonna be interesting to see if it really matters to have a better SR range or to have like better teamwork.
Well, like you said, I think that to be honest, the thing that matters the most is the tanks, because you can have a really good sub DPS and don't notice the difference that you are playing with one member that is not on the team. But if you switch one of the tanks for an outsider tank, you will really notice it because the tanks are one of the heroes that provide more information and have to have more synergy together.
So I think as well we may have our first map. It's going to be Volskaya, I think it is. So we're just waiting for the referees to say that everyone's ready, and then we're going to be good to go. So we're going to be going into the first map ever so shortly, which is going to be for Volskaya Industries. So we're just getting
Volskaya.
yeah, we're just getting final readies from everyone, and then we should be good to get going.
So Tetsuya, what do you think they're gonna be running here? This is a very famous dive map, actually. So about the synergy thing we were talking about earlier, dive is a very synergy relying comp. So
Yeah, I think that actually dive is good again because most of the teams are playing double shit. That of course is a really strong comp, and I should run something like really bunker on defense. Even you can like run a bastion and keep waiting on the top left of the map in defense. Because if they're running dive, if they wanna like go for you, they will have to like go all the way around or try to find a path that they don't really take a lot of damage. So also, range area will be really good if they have Lucio, because they can like run into the enemy team in case you are
Attackers
running double shield.
incoming in
But
30
that also
seconds.
require that don't take a lot of damage if the enemy team is playing Junkrat, Hanzo, or something like really spammy.
yeah, so we see we see Securus Ludo playing the double shield comp with an Ash. So they're gonna be trying to hold as much like space as they can and just try to shoot from the distance. While Hurricane Tortilla is running the sim
5,
comp and
4,
trying to go from the
3,
side, I think,
2,
to just flank
1.
and go to the point easily.
Attackers
So
incoming. Defend
let's see how
objective
this
A.
goes actually. Actually, I don't think they're going to the side, are they? They are. They're going to the side, flanking. The Securus Ludo has to rotate now. Are they going to rotate fast? No, they're still on point. I think they can just overrun this. They're stuck on the low ground. They should just push this. Using the pull. Ooh, oh, bubbles being used. Oh.
To be honest, instead of like go to the right side, team should like play really bunker in the mega and like try to stay together and make the enemy team like go point and then finish that part.
Yeah, but everyone's dying right now. Everyone's dying. It's such a brawl. They don't want this brawl. Sigma's gonna die here too.
Really aggressive, and that Securus was really good for engage, so they have better synchronization. And the sim was like being a nightmare with those turrets.
But even in the middle of that, Lucio still got 2 picks. So they're gonna either have bad spawns and they're just gonna have to wait for their teammates now. So Lucio did create, like, he did get value out of that, you know?
At the moment, I'm wondering if the Hurricane Tortilla will be that crazy to try to grab TP. But at the moment, not a lot of teams used to do it, but it's a really good combo. Okay, they just TP.
Another thing that I'm noticing is that Securus Ludo is playing Randori without a Lucio. But they are getting significant picks, so they might be actually winning this fight. Which would be good, because then everyone will be getting ultimates, and they don't have to use any. Bubbles dies to a charge, and Senio sleeping. But Axron gets the Rhine, and yeah, no, they win the fight, even though they don't have a Lucio. I think Hurricane Tortilla's engage is really sloppy. What do you think, Axron?
Well, I think that the sim didn't provide like enough power to like break this. If they were like playing with Zenyatta, dealing a lot of damage in the backline, and also Hanzo Ice, that's always hard to go against if you are not playing double shield, even if you are playing double shield. So let's see what happens.
They switch over to the Mei, but Bubbles picks off the McCree. This is again like they're gonna have to wait. Oh no, Lucio gets up. Oh, it's what is happening? They're crumbling. What's happening? Gets damaged. They can't get anything against it. They need to go diva here, or just like try to like get behind it. You know, like they're not.
To be
Securus
honest,
Ludo is
right
taking
now,
a lot of advantage here from just shooting into the distance.
right now Mei is not a good pick because unless Mei achieves to wall off one of the enemy team, she cannot do anything because they have trance in case she uses Blizzard, they have immortality field, she can use bomb, she don't actually have grab, so they will be able to even grab battles. At the moment, Hurricane Tortillas on disadvantage, even if they have 5 ults, they have to think a plan. They cannot stay waiting on the
They use the window really early here. They don't get a lot of value from it, but they still get time. Like time support. They use the wall. But Valley gets a 3-man shatter. They use the dragons without the grab, or did they use? They used the grab, but they didn't grab dragon. They didn't do. They used the trance. So many ultimates are being used here.
Now grab.
That's a big grab actually.
Grab. Forcing the ball.
They use so many ults, and Hurricane Tortilla still got picks. But Lucio, is he gonna pop off? No. Body gets the kill on the other Rhine. They might be able to shoot this out if he keeps his teammates alive. Frozone going for a pick on a Mei. This might actually be winnable. Nice! Oh, no? Lucio gonna pop off? Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? No.
Unless he managed to escape.
He managed to escape. Yeah, that's big. They switch over to the Moira now. Oh, never mind. The Moira dies. Interesting. No, I still think that the Mei is not gonna do a lot here, but Bubble switch over to Tracer. Is that gonna be permanent, or do you think she's gonna switch over to the Hanzo again?
I think it's again. It's not like a good pick if they counter Tracer with a lot of heroes at the moment. So if the Tracer don't play really in the back and being aware that Tortillia can stand her, it's not gonna provide a lot of help. Yeah, they switched to Widow.
They switch to the Widow. That's a good pick here. Although I do think that if Frozen and Lucio keep getting these picks back to back, then Hurricane Tortilla is gonna have a really hard time actually grouping up and getting ready. Ooh, Securus really uses the window here to maybe get like a Fire Strike pick, but they not getting much value. They do. They get a lot of value, but they use the Blizzard. The Blizzard, but they're not getting any value from it. It doesn't actually matter. They got the picks, so it really like they still win the fight because they used the Blizzard, but their entire team is dead. There's no follow up on it.
And now that they have Widow Mei, they have 0 damage. Not gonna lie.
But Lucio dies here. It's a 5v6 that they pick up fast. No, Lucio actually respawns. I think that Securus Ludo has to play just much more defensive now, because they have so much damage that they can work with that they don't have to actually push. You see, Bali and Ekman get isolated here with the wall and the grab. They got isolated with the grab in the wall. Like, they don't have to push this. They should just back off. They have Zen Bap. And now, finally, Hurricane Tortilla is in a position to actually win. With the ball. Bubbles. Bubbles gets the Mei. Oh, Lucio Bob gets the Moira. Are they gonna actually manage to clutch
Taking
this?
the point.
Ryan is coming back too. This might actually be doable.
Seconds.
They've shattered. They've shattered. The shatter gets nothing. Oh no. They use immortality field. It might actually be winnable. Securus Ludo is grouping up and slowly getting picks. The spawners might actually be able to clutch this out. Ryan is dead on both sides. Yeah, no, Securus Ludo managed to clutch this. I think Securus Ludo is in a position to actually win this. No, a high charge Zarya. I think she has to get out. She needs to save this charge. Like, she's just... No, they have to touch. No, they're not gonna do... No, yeah, there's no chance. Oh, big grab though. Big grab. No.
Grab.
Last second grab. Yeah. They used Immortality Field on Securus Ludo's side. Is there gonna be any chance for Hurricane Tortilla to win this? I don't think so. I think the thing that decided that was how much damage Securus Ludo actually had, and Hurricane Tortilla never actually did anything about it. They could have switched to like a diva and just completely denied their Zen at all.
I think one of the best players of Securus Ludo actually
Score.
was
0-1. Switching sides.
focus on the main side or even try to push them. They weren't able to do it. Meanwhile, the Ashe was holding the high ground, so it was something really hard to counter for the Hurricane Tortilla comp, running that Tracer Mei, or when they switched to Widow, maybe the Widow was a good pick, but not with a Mei.
Yeah, definitely. I think on first point they got killed because the problem what happened there is they didn't reposition at all. They just kind of stood on the point and just let them run over them. But now I think that wait, are they running Ryan Hog? Is that actually gonna be what they're playing? Because I don't think so. At least I don't think it's a good comp to use. They're playing some Securus Ludo. I see they're trying to do a symmetric comp but with double shield. So I think they're just gonna be setting up on like the left high ground or something and just trying to poke them down again. Well, no, they have Reaper. So
I would say that Rain Hawk will only work in case the enemy team is mirroring you or they are running something like Zarya Reinhardt. Because with the Hawk you will have more like breaking damage, but it's still not one of the best tanks comps. They doesn't have synergy.
I don't actually like this comp coming out from Securus Ludo either. I don't think the Reaper is gonna get any
I'm
value.
gonna take it, they're all made and burning. That was really huge.
That's a huge pick on the Zen actually. They have no discord, they have no damage. Lucio dies, Ludo dies, Axron dies. This is a win fight for her.
They are getting sandwiched by the Ashe.
They got poked from both the sides and just died. I think they have to switch off of this and just maybe even dive could work against this if you just focus them out. Which is what they're actually going to be running. They're gonna go dive. But with a Sombra and a Tracer.
It will be a hard time for the Tracer, not gonna lie, because the only hero that can like really flank are the healers and the Ashe, and the Ashe can like boop her back in case she's taking the high ground, so it's not like perfect counter. Genji could work far better.
Translocating.
Ooh, Bubbles almost actually dies to the hook. And Senior dies to the burn. But Zen gets a pick? No, I don't. It's a 5v4. No. Securus Ludo isn't winning this fight. There's a lot happening here. They kind of just forced a dive, even though they didn't have enough damage to actually do enough to kill them. Like, I think they have to wait until they get like especially now with the Ana. I think they have to just get the Nano. No, they're going Moira even.
Even if they are playing dive, if they go to a close space, that's not gonna do anything. So they need to conquer the high grounds. Right now, the high ground where the Ashe is. If they doesn't take this high ground, it will be always a free way for the enemy Ashe.
Yeah. They killed the Hog, so that is a chunk that goes out of their damage. So they still have the McCree and the Ashe to deal with, but I think that their best win condition. Oh no, Tracer dies.
They really need to focus the Ashe, because if they don't kill the Ashe first, she will have bottom. She have it. Yeah, here's the bottom.
Yeah, and they just have to go out again.
Of course,
This
they
is
don't
very-
have kit and they have to regroup.
They're playing a very vulnerable comp, but they're gonna have EMP next fight, which is also something to take note of. If Bubbles manages to get a really good EMP this next fight, and they just push him with Coalescence, I think that they actually could win this, because as much as it's gonna be a fucking clown fiesta now, and it's just gonna be Qs all over again, just like the fight we had last round where everyone used the Q. I think Securus Ludo just has to EMP this.
EMP.
They get the Ash! They get the Ash! That's their Ash gun, they can just dive for Ash 3 now. The Ash actually dies, they win this fight. They don't even have to use beat, they can win the next fight off a beat maybe. If they manage to play this well.
I might need this later. I'm out of here.
If I have to talk about food economy, the Winston ultimate wasn't required, I think.
Objective lost.
I don't know, we didn't
Anyway.
really see it that well. But anyways, for next fight, probably the best thing that what they should be doing is to just look for a lucky Tracer Pulse Bomb and just push it in with B. I don't think this dive comp that they're running is gonna be good on B at all. I think it's very vulnerable now because there's so much space for the Ash and the McCree to actually shoot. Oh, Scotty got hit in the middle and died. And the Lucio died. Tracer dies too. This is a win fight for Hurricane Tortilla. They have to go back. Didn't use any ults at all. They used Nanado on the side of Hurricane Tortilla, but
I don't know why.
I
They were
think
holding
that
it.
next fight, Bubbles is almost close to another EMP, which is huge.
EMP
Especially
bomb.
because Hurricane Tortilla does not have any ultimate right now, besides from Valkyrie, which is not that strong of an ultimate. So I think Securus Ludo gets another, like, they have Bond, they have Coalescence, they have almost every single ultimate right now that's important here. They can just rush in right now
ultimate is
and just use
charging.
Beat and Coalescence and just win,
Miss me?
because they don't have anything to counter it at all.
Anyways, dive is still not the best comp if they are playing like this, because as you can see, most of the tanks are playing on a close space, and that's like making it really hard for the dive to kill them. Or
No, but they're making picks. Volley die. Yeah, it likes us too. It's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, but Hurricane Tortilla wins this fight, even though they used Beat, Coalescence. This is a... Yeah, they're just gonna be going Brawl now.
I think it's a good choice.
I think it's a good choice that they move over to the Brawl here. They need to just run over, like, their Hog and Reaper. I don't think they should have switched out the D.Va here, actually. I think D.Va would have been really strong against this, because Hurricane Tortilla has a lot of damage on the tanks. And I think that could be avoided by running a D.Va instead. Well, a lot of poke actually coming through on Bubbles, almost even dies. But I think they're just gonna be going on an engage and just going to be fast. Yeah, they're just going in. Are they gonna be amping it? No, they're going on the left side. They're just going around. Interesting. Ooh, anti being used. That's a big anti. That's a big one. Ooh, Bubbles really far forward. I think they're gonna kill Bubbles here. They kill Reaper. Oh, they're crumbling now.
Yeah,
They don't have any damage. They're just gonna get run over.
Shatter, they also use Nano, they use a lot of bullets. Well, it's fine. They still have Valve, and maybe the Hawk will be able to use the full Hawk when they try to contest the point, because they only have 30 seconds.
30
Just like the
seconds
fight I
remaining.
talked about before, Hurricane Tortilla only has a Valkyrie this fight, and close to a Hog ult, even though Securus Ludo has Coalescence, almost a Mail, and even Shatter. I think that if we talk about chances of winning, I think Securus Ludo can definitely win this.
Yeah, it's
But-
winnable.
They need to execute this perfectly. Volley going really low. That ants on the right, are they gonna keep him alive? They are not gonna keep him alive. They're going for the rest too. This is definitely a fight win for Hurricane Tortilla. This is not. No, actually, this is coming out. They're all
This
ants.
is really interesting. Okay.
No, they got ants and neutral. Unlucky. It's really well played from Hurricane Tortilla, even though they were on such a weird and unusual comp, because normally you would not be running Hog Rhine, especially on this map. I don't think it's that smart to run that
Play
comp.
of the game.
Well, like I said, the both teams' game sense and also gameplay was like kind of even, but I think that one one of the teams was like more efficient at the moment of like choose composition, but it's also good that they weren't afraid of switch it. It's like always very good, be versatile, and know when to switch the comp when it's not working.
So also,
Yeah,
I'd like to
it's
apologize. Sorry if there was a bit of a lag spike there. My machine may have just lagged out for about 10 seconds in the main fight. But yeah.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So what's the next map we're going into?
Let
No.
me just... So we'll see... So I believe if we go back onto the map set... So that was the Hurricane Tortilla win on Volskaya. So it looks like they're just having a bit of trash talk, and we're going to be going into the next map, which is going to be hybrid. So hybrid maps that we could be seeing today would be Numbani, Kings Row, Hollywood, Eichenwald, or Blizzard World. So from what you saw from the teams initially from the first map, what would you say would be very strong for them? What maps would be strong for the
I
comps that they were
think
playing?
what I saw, Securus Ludo played really well on double shield. I think they had like really good potential, especially with their Ashe today. Their Ashe right now is playing at like a really high level, hitting shots and consistently putting out damage and consistently getting a bob and consistently um, pulling like the team up. And I think that's really impressive, especially with how Hurricane Tortilla is playing too. Because Hurricane Tortilla is playing really well on this brawl kind of comp. They're brawling really well. So I think that a map like Hybrid, a map like Kings Row is a map where brawl can be really strong.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a map like, let's say, Blizzard World is really strong for like double shield. But I
Or
definitely,
survive.
or even dive. But I didn't think Secret Ludo looked that strong on the dive.
Well, to be honest, the Sombra was able to farm two ultimates before their Diva farm once. So I think the Sombra is doing like a really good job charging the ultimate. And like I saw, every time they managed to EMP, it was well, not gonna lie, a huge advantage because EMP is really strong. So I don't think that their dive was that bad if they managed to like kill the enemy team every time they EMP.
So from the looks of it, it looks like we do have some subs coming in from Hurricane Tortilla. It looks like Reflect is going to be coming in for Dexterous Ash, and we also have Shadow coming in for Helios, or it might be the other way around.
Who's playing main tank, right?
It looks like we're actually going to be going to Eichenwald for the next map, so that's going to be pretty interesting.
Iconwell. That's definitely a map where I would say both. All of these comps that we just talked about can be really strong on this map. Especially on point B, dive can be really strong. And double shield too. But on point C, however, I feel like Brawl is definitely much better to be playing. So I think on point C, it's going to be really hard for Securus Ludo to push through on C, because I feel like Hurricane Tortilla is a really strong team right now on Brawl, whereas on point A and B, it's going to be depending on what they play. If they play double shield on defense, I think like Securus Ludo has a big chance of winning this map, but so does Hurricane Tortilla, and we haven't really seen enough to know for sure that that's the case. But I think that it's just gonna be seeing where is the dive gonna be stronger on attack, or is the brawl gonna be stronger on attack? Because I think on both teams, both sides, they're just gonna be playing double shield and defense because of how strong it is.
Mm.
I don't know. Do you think that's you, or do you have any other?
Yeah, in my opinion, I think that at least one of the teams will try to run for Mercy because this is a really strong map for Fair Mercy, or even Echo if they feel like they will need more damage than spam, because of course you'd rather to go Farah if you are like wanting more spam comp, and Echo if you wanna go more for flanks. They have one enemy hero that you will have a lot of power if you copy it, or you just need a lot of damage, because Echo at the moment the damage that she deals is insane.
Definitely insane, yes.
Also,
Even with her
PJ,
nerfs.
once I've been told that the comments are like a bit low.
Oh, so the sound for the casters. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll turn you guys up slightly. We're just getting final ready checks from the rest of the teams, and we should be jumping into the game ever so shortly. So just try and figure out what's going on with here. So I think they're all ready. So I think just waiting for the referees to put us into the game, and then we should be good to go. So I think it's going to be kind of interesting to see what both teams play. Yeah. So Pharmacy could be quite an interesting one, like you were saying, or an Echo. So we're going to be jumping into the game
we
now.
should like have a look of the comments we are having right now on Twitch. Okay, woman is daddy.
Interesting. So let's see. They have not picked anything yet.
Ready for
It's gonna be Hurricane Tortilla attacking first. That's an interesting. I do not think Hurricane Tortilla is gonna be playing that comp, but if they are, then that's respect on my part. No, like I said, Securus Ludo is just playing double shield on defense without Torb. That's interesting.
We can Tortilla really like Sim, don't you think?
Yeah, no, they like the sim. No, I think they're not gonna play sim here. But Securus Ludo is playing Torb McCree. So, oh, Zarya dies too on Hurricane Tortilla's side. Interesting.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Okay, let's see who won. Like, double shield against Ren Zarya Lucio.
Yeah. So like I said, it's just gonna be Brawl versus double shield. They are going. Oh, they're using the shadow over
the May wall.
But because they're so vulnerable and out of position, Lucio actually gets 2 picks together with Axtron. The is gonna be dying too here, and I think it's just gonna be a cleanup for Securus Ludo. What an interesting first fight. Did they know?
Hurricane Tortilla were expecting Securus Ludo to be defending more on the front line than like they are doing right now. So it was kind of unfortunately that Securus Ludo was like holding really on the back line that they are doing right now. They were able to notice the May wall and like kill one of the enemy team heroes before they engage. Okay?
Yeah. They're using pull here, that's a huge pull, but the rock's not getting any value. They use a May wall. I think Hurricane Tortilla is just gonna be trying to go into them now. Immortality field being used really early in the pool too. There's not actually going kills out yet. Both teams have used the Immortality field and both teams have used the window, but Shadow Dragon gets a huge fire strike. That is going to be a fight win from Hurricane Tortilla. That was really hectic. There wasn't actually a lot going on. I mean, there was a lot going on, but they weren't playing together at all. The brawl was just, it was just going hard. They're going to be trying to kill the spawns too. Axron dies. The Baptiste dies too, and they're going to be trying to kill the McCree here too. Oh, so they're going really low, but he survives. That was a really interesting fight actually. Both teams just had their Baptiste use every single ability in the game.
I really enjoyed that snowball, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was a nice snowball from them. Ooh, Shadow Dragon and Reflect are on the high ground, trying to get value. Now they're dropping down now. Oh, what an interesting play from the loser. He's gonna get pulled and die. That's an interesting play. No, yeah, Lucio gets a pick on the Baptiste. They don't have any heals. I think they're just going to be going in, but Bubbles goes way too early and dies, and so does Frozen on the Ana. But Axron gets a pick on the McCree, and Hurricane Tortilla. Yeah, Hurricane Tortilla invests grab, but it's a 2v2. Tanks versus Zarya and Mei, and the Lucio's already back, so even though they got so many picks, Securus still loses because I
Mei
think
and Zarya against double shield. Okay, Lucius back. That's a win for Tortilla.
that's a win for Tortilla, yeah.
Lucio
But Action
going for
dies
boobs.
early
Lucio going
here.
for boobs.
But Securus doesn't have their Sigma now, so they're just gonna have to play passive until the Sigma is there because they do have Sigma ult, which can definitely change the flow of this fight. But Bubbles dies early on a headshot from Reflect, and they invest the Bongo here, and Lucio gets a huge 2k, and the Sigma ult is also getting invested here. This is an interesting fight from Securus Ludo. They used almost every single Q that they had. Even though Hurricane Tortilla now has 4 ults to work with against one mere
That's
Nano that's not even there
insane.
yet.
You can check how many help have all the members of Securus Ludo right now. That's
Yeah.
fucking insane. We are lucky that Brig is gonna get nerfed in 1 week.
Oh yeah, we are very happy. Hurricane Tortilla is going through the castle here. They're gonna try to... Securus needs to back off right now. They need to back off. They don't want to brawl this. They don't want to brawl. But Hurricane
I
Tortilla
think-
invests the immortality really early. I think Securus just has to like take the time now because... Oh no!
That
Lucio and
Blizzard.
Bali get easily picked off and they use the Blizzard on the side of Hurricane Tortilla. Securus uses their Nano even though they're 2 down.
Yeah, to be honest, the problem here was the positioning. They should have hold this from inside the Mega, you know, not even on the payload, inside the Mega, since they have Ash, also Brick, and the Pool, and also the Rock. Then they could have like booped them with 4 different heroes. They were on a disadvantage. Hurricane Tortilla.
Yeah, that was an interesting pull, by the way. But that's a huge anti, even though they used the high noon. Are they gonna get a pick? They are. I don't think they're gonna get a pick with the high noon here. No. Ooh, that's a huge pull, but the Rock's not getting anything. That Nathan get anything. Frozen is really low, actually. I don't think that Frozen can heal them at all because he's so low.
That bit.
That beat changed the entire. Yeah, no. A huge anti coming out from Frozen, but I don't think that it's winnable. No, Hurricane Tortilla just steamrolled through B and C.
With
Well,
3
when they
minutes
got-
on the bank.
Yeah, when they finally got their footing back on point B, they just rolled through. Securus didn't have an answer because as soon as you lose that advantage that you have on double shield, that you do have that surprise, right? I mean, you do have that like distance that you have between the shields because the thing with double shield is that you have so many shields, but they're broken so easily. If you just run through them and just the shields don't get value if you're just running through them with a Lucio speed.
Exactly. That's why actually Rain Zarya running with a good Lucio counter double shield. They will probably need a lot of spam to be able to break those shields, but that doesn't matter if they just run into it. Makes no point.
Hurricane Tortilla coming out with Ryan Sigma. Now, what do you think about Ryan Sigma, Tatsuya?
That in this map, or at least the first point, it's not gonna be like as good. It could be Orisa Sigma, because the Rain we have to stay on the backline, just shielding and using fire strikes. The enemy tank will charge the ultimate faster than the Rainher, because Rainher is designed to play really close, and you cannot play really close with a Sigma unless you wanna engage really hard. Maybe it could work since they have Junkrat and McCree who can deal a lot of damage and they can win the shield fight, but I'm not good. I don't really like Ryan Sigma Reinhardt, not gonna lie. And here we
Yeah.
go. Not far
Yeah,
Mercy, but
the
we
Far
have,
Mercy that you were talking about, interesting. But Hurricane Tortilla has the McCree and even a Baptiste that can shoot at him, so I don't think that the Pharah can do as much. Because they don't have a Mercy pocket. I think that Bubbles is gonna switch off the Pharah here, especially if they don't have a Mercy.
Yeah, at the moment it's not gonna work because Lucia cannot hit the Pharah. Diana cannot like stay looking up, so it's not gonna work.
I think Action has to switch over to the D.Va here because they need to get that poke from the Junkrat. Otherwise, they're not gonna push through at all because the Junkrat's just gonna get them really low, and then only one hammer swing is good enough to even finish off low health targets. Oh, what an interesting charge coming out from Shadow Dragon! Bali dies in their spawn. And the Farm Mercy is still there. Why are they not grouping up yet? They're taking so long to group up. They're getting Hurricane Tortilla is getting all this time for completely nothing.
Yeah, if they like one of the conditions we said before, if you wanna beat double shit, you need to run into them. But this is hard if they are playing something like Junkrat 3. So let's see what happens.
Ooh, but
No.
Baptiste dies, and that's a huge shatter. But they're using every single Q again in this fight. I think it's a very interesting thing that Securus has been doing for a really long time now. Is to use every single Q that they have, which indeed it gets you the fight, but it's unnecessary. And the next fight you won't have anything.
Did they use Shatter?
They use shatter, yeah.
Well, have to say that actually that Shatter saved the fire from die, not gonna lie.
Yeah. But Hurricane Tortilla has a lot of ultimates here. I don't think Securus just has to win this fight while making them use as many ults as possible. That was a huge bubble from Axron, actually. Volley forgetting to
The
shield, but
best
getting
bubble we
saved by their
have seen in
bubble.
this game.
Definitely, yeah. I think Volley has to save his shield. They can definitely go in. Even Shadow Dragon gets antied right now, and Bali's getting close to another Shatter. Ooh, Bali's getting desperately low. They're using the Sigma ult. I think Bali's gonna die here, yeah. Hurricane Tortilla just waited and went back with their Lucio, and then just collapsed on them with the Sigma ult. That was really smart.
But I kind of feel like Reckon Tortilla could have used their ultimates in a more smart way. They were possibly thinking something like, okay, we have 5 ultimates, let's engage, use some ults. And that's not how it
Yeah.
works. You need a plan, the McCree should place behind them, or some strat, because at the moment, if they wanted to use Shatter and High Noon, they cannot block both sides, because they are not playing double shit. They have to choose one that could have been the best plan here.
But what I'm also noticing right now, it's the problem I'm seeing again is Securus Ludo just starts off with this High Noon here. Are they gonna use every single ultimate again? Because I don't think it's a smart idea. They use the Shatter, Bali dies. That's a huge anti. I think they're gonna win this fight now. No, Farah dies because of the Junkrat. This is even. No, Hurricane Tortilla is getting the picks to win this fight. I don't think that was a good shatter. He was antied. He couldn't have shattered. Like, he should just kept the shield up and just waited. Because even though it was a huge shatter and it was a huge barrage, they were just so vulnerable and just died for free. They switch over to the Hanzo now, which is an interesting pick here.
Yeah, maybe they're wanting to combo since they will have to use speed to counter it, but they also need to be careful about Sigma.
Securus Ludo's playing a Brick now instead of a Mercy. And also instead of a Lucio. Do you think it's smarter to run a Lucio or a Brick here?
Lucio, definitely.
Definitely, yeah, because they're on attack. They don't have that defensive. That's a really early bubble. They're not gonna get any value from that. Actually, it's really low.
Early nano.
It was a good nano, but Bali is not getting a lot of value because that Junkrat spam is getting him really low. But even though that happens, Securus Ludo is still making the picks over and over. They keep doing this. And then now, Hurricane Tortilla, the Sigma gets a pick on Lucio on the McCree and backing off. Securus Ludo has a chance to win this. Still, but Hurricane Tortilla is going in with the Sigma ult again and the McCree ult. I think we're gonna definitely see some people die on the side of Securus Ludo. That was an interesting play from Securus Ludo because again they get the picks, but they try to rush in even though they don't have a Lucio, and they're not making the picks because the Junkrat spam keeps getting them as soon as they want to engage.
Maybe I should try for hold more the high ground until they manage to get one pick, because they cannot rest. So one pick advantage should be enough to engage really aggressive. It could be the enemy Junkrat or the enemy McCree, whatever, will be like very good.
Definitely the Shadow Dragon gets another charge on Bali. I don't know how Bali keeps letting him just get away with that. And even the team of Securus Ludo, I don't know how they're just letting Shadow Dragon get away with just charging into them. Hurricane Tortilla, I think they're going for a flank shatter, or is he just? Yeah, he's going for a flank shatter,
wow.
and he got Senio, but the anti is gonna deny him from doing that. Bali, yeah, That was an interesting
a good
play.
shield from the Brig. She stopped
Definitely.
like having her get pinned, and they managed to get this point. That tire, not good enough.
It's that was actually I'm really happy with what Securus Ludo did there, because not only did they anticipate that the Ryan was gonna shatter there, but they actually managed to take advantage of that, and then now that Hurricane Tortilla didn't have a shield, that they would actually get the picks, and
Do you think they
now
will combo right now?
I think they're gonna combo this. They should, even if they have beat.
So I was looking for it.
This is
Here we
that's
go.
a huge grab. They're gonna drag it into that, yeah. Are they gonna get the picks? He misses the anti though. With the anti, I think we would have seen a lot more kills. And they use the Sigma. Bali's gonna die. No, because of the bubble, he's being saved. They're still on the
Because
Junker
Ludo still
here.
have the advantage.
Yes, Circus Ludo wins this. But even if they win this, the problem is Hurricane Tortilla has a lot, and I mean a lot of ultimates.
Score.
I mean a lot of time, not ultimates. Yikes.
Well, they also had a lot of ultimates.
Yeah, they did, but they didn't use them that well. But Securus Ludo coming back there at the end, I think they kind of pulled that one out of their asses. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought that was really sloppy, and they won that fight on B because Hurricane Tortilla got too greedy, and that flank shatter was definitely not needed.
Do you think Hurricane Tortilla will run the same comp?
I think yes, because it's so. No, they're playing the Widow. I think they think that Securus Ludo is gonna play fair again at the beginning and just trying to get an easy pick, but I think they're just gonna be running dive, and then the Widow is gonna be their primary target. Hurricane Tortilla is playing the Hog now, just like on the first map. I still don't think Hog is that good of a character to use in this instance.
Not really, but if they wanna like play really in the choke, maybe they could achieve it with the Junkrat spam and also the Brig bring on the front line. But like I said, I don't like this comp.
Attackers incoming. Defend.
Definitely not. I think Securus Ludo can definitely win this, but they need to stop doing all this unnecessary stuff. And they're just gonna have to get past this Junkrat. Yeah, see, their Junkrat is just spamming and getting all these picks.
Now we are gonna see for first time like Reflect Widow and Bubbles. Okay, not anymore. I was gonna say Bubbles Echo. They switched to Sombra, but I don't think they will be able to like do anything with
Yeah, they
Sombra
have
'cause they are
25
gonna run
seconds. They're not gonna
out
get
of
EMP.
time.
But Bali gets the Junkrat, which is pretty big, and Lucius in the back line shooting at them. I think he's gonna try to get the Widow here. Yeah, he is.
The
Is he gonna
Widow
win
is being
this?
pocket.
Yeah, he is. But the Widow's getting desperately low. Is Lucio gonna get the pick? No. And meanwhile, this is happening. They're kind of brawling on the point. The Diva getting like charged into the backline. Is she gonna survive that? She is.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
I think he's back. Is he back? Okay, Pog. Okay, getting another fucking. Oh no, Hurricane Tortilla is getting all these picks, even though Securus had such a big chance.
Yeah, they don't have a single tick, but it was a good push, the last one.
It was a good push. They tried really,
characters.
well. I think it was a good try, but I think that playing the Sombra was just so. They couldn't get an EMP in 1 minute. If they got the point and got the B, then it was huge. But I think that the Sombra was just so unnecessary, and you just would have been better off just playing like Genji Tracer or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and well, and now the question everyone is like making themselves: will be able Securus Ludo to hold it for 3 minutes?
I
Ready for battle.
personally, honestly, if I'm gonna be really honest, I do not think that Sector's Ludo can win this. But if by any chance they manage to pull this out of their ass again and draw,
In 30
that's
seconds.
really interesting. That's really impressive if they do that. Oh, me getting pinged again? Oh my. Oh no my. Um, is Hurricane Tortilla actually gonna be playing the ball here? I don't think he's going to be playing ball, but if he is, damn.
I think the ball is like just to farm the mines, because since they have 3 minutes and a half, if they manage
No, he
to
switched to
mine
Zarya.
the
He switched to
point,
Zarya. He switched to Zarya.
Seconds
Nah,
incoming.
I thought so.
Defend objective A.
But yeah, the Zarya here, they're almost mirroring, but Hurricane Tortilla has a Lucio, so they're just gonna be running into them. That's a good wall from Bubbles, but also a good counter wall from Reflect, and they both lose their Reinhardts and they
they're
both
even, they're
invest
trading.
they're just hard trading, but Bali dies. But the Baptiste and Hurricane Tortilla dies. They're just all pressing some buttons, but they stay
C9.
not.
Victory.
Oh no!
The May and Lucio
AC9.
managed to C9.
Oh, as soon as I thought they were gonna be winning the fight, they just went, you know what? We're just gonna be ignoring the points.
I don't think they planned this, not gonna lie.
Yeah, and the second map is going to Hurricane Tortilla. Now, I did not think Hurricane Tortilla was playing that well. But at the same time, I still think that they were playing better than Securus Ludo in both of those games. Because I feel like they were making much more plays and actually using their ultimates well.
Well, they had more damage, and it looked like Securus Ludo wasn't able to manage it really well.
Yeah.
And I don't have like much to say about their comps, because apparently Hawk Reinhardt could work.
Yeah. I think it's working because they weren't playing a good brawl against it. If they would actually go brawl and just run over them, because they don't have any support for their Rhine. The only support that they have for the Rhine is when the Roadhog would hook him. So I think that if they actually tried and just went in hard with, just their like with the speed, because they weren't actually running a speed. I think that the break was a missed opportunity. You mostly play break when you're on defense, because when you're on defense, if you get the armor, you get it like an advantage that way, and you can stun them. But I think on
Well,
attack, it's such a missed opportunity because you could just play Lucio and just run through them.
I think that Lucio works on both sides. It's not just to run into the enemy team. It's also a way to escape, a way to regroup. Imagine one of your heroes get back first. If you can like get back, wait for your missing hero, and then engage together with a speed boost again, that's the utility of Lucio, not just engage completely, you know?
Yeah. I'm just interested in what map we'll get next, because I'm not sure.
Do you
If-
know what's the type of next map they
So
will play?
next map is going to be control for next map. So the choices of maps for control would be we've got Nepal, Oasis, Lijiang Tower, Ilios, or Busan. Because we don't have any bans for maps in this, so we've got every single map that we can play.
Now, what I do think is on control, this is definitely going to be Securus Ludo's only map where I think that they can do this, because dive has definitely be something they have been playing, because they wouldn't just play dive just for fun, right? They used it and effectively try to win using dive. So I think on almost every single control map, the dive is definitely superior and can definitely work.
Okay, so
And
it
we
looks like
have
we are going
Nepal.
to Nepal, yeah.
Nepal.
So,
Now, there's maps on the Nepal where dive works, but on the inside one, I don't think that it's doable.
so we do
Personally.
have some subs as well. So we got Solar out, and then we got Basic coming in. So I'm not too sure on what roles that they'll be playing. If you guys can remember. But it does
Nope.
look like, yeah, it does look like we're going to go to Nepal next, so that's going to be good. So we're just getting final ready checks, and we should be good to go.
I think we're ready.
Yeah, just waiting for the referees to put us into game, and then we should be good to go.
Now let's see what's the
actually
first
reading
part.
the comments.
Initiate.
Ooh, we're starting on this one. I think that did someone really clip me voice? I hate you, Turbo. Okay. uh, on this part of the map, we're probably gonna be seeing.
For battle.
No, we're seeing on both teams dive. I thought that one of them was just gonna be trying to just run main Reaper and just hold the point, but they're both playing dive. No.
Kind of.
Securus Ludo is playing main Reaper then. No, I think. No? They're playing this hybrid comp between that.
Not a good idea.
No.
5,
I don't like this comp coming out from Securus Ludo. I like the comp from Hurricane Tortilla, but I don't know if
capture the
McCree is gonna get that much value. Because there's not really that much protection, but I think he's just gonna be staying with Diana.
At the moment, we are actually changing Securus Ludo to prove us that we are wrong.
And they're playing the Reaper now. Instead of the Tracer
And
that they had
flanking
before.
Diana,
But the Reaper dies because of the McCree. I think Lucio's gonna switch over to McCree. If he does not, then I don't think that the Securus Ludo is gonna pressure out that McCree. Because that McCree is gonna have a lot of pressure on them. Because they don't have anything to block it. They only have Defense Matrix. But after that Defense Matrix, it's just gonna be like... It's gonna be Bubbles and Lucio getting so much pressure that they're not gonna be able to kill the tanks at all. I think that Securus Ludo should not go on the high ground and should just contest the payload, the point. Because if they keep on running this, they're just gonna get pressured out by the amount of damage that they have. If they go to point, then Hurricane Tortilla has to go into them. But they're jumping in, the Rhine dies, the Lucio dies because of the high noon. This is again such a sloppy fight coming out from Securus Ludo.
yeah, this is like a close space, so Securus Ludo comp have advantage, but since Hurricane Tortilla is waiting for them to leave the room, they are having more picks. Like you said, Securus Ludo should like try to go point and try to bunker there, wait for the enemy team.
They are going point now, I think. Yeah. But this is great. This is a much better position because it's open. They have to dive in. They're using blade. Are they gonna nano?
Oh, amazing
That's a
wall.
huge wall. That's an amazing wall, and they beat too.
Just
Is the
in
Rhine
case.
gonna survive this? The Rhine is gonna survive because then they
Bomb
even
incoming.
invest the bomb. Oh no, the supports died to the bomb. But they used a lot of ultimates there, and Securus Ludo used both support ults. Oh my god.
This was
Yikes.
an amazing wall from Bubbles.
That was an amazing wall coming out from Bubbles. But now, I think Hurricane Tortilla is gonna have a hard time winning next fight. Because Securus Ludo has both DPS ults, and they are really strong. If they just hold point, wall it off, and force them to unconventionally go in, then that's just a one fight. And then they can just camp the point for free. Nice. Oh
Yep,
no,
and the
Frozen
backline.
dies and Senio dies too. They use the Blizzard really early. They get both
They don't
DPS.
have DPS?
They don't have DPS. Are they gonna res that? Are they gonna be able to res that?
I think so.
They get the point. They get the point. They just camp. They just have to camp. They don't have support. They just have to camp. No, both tanks die. I think Lucian is just gonna use his ultimate out of like desperation now. Because they have to try. They're gonna try to keep this alive.
Blossom incoming.
Are they gonna use the blossom? They're using the nano. They're using the blade, but they're not gonna have nano this time. Luciu dies.
Oh. That was a waste for the Blossom.
Yeah, that was really... Yeah. That wasn't the greatest we've seen from Securus Ludo. I wouldn't also say it's been the worst. It's just... What I think Securus Ludo did is they didn't realize that they should have just gone to point in the first place. Because May Reaper is so strong if you have just a room that you can just hide in. And they have to come to you. They started out with the wrong plan, and then around 60%, they knew what they had to do, but it was too late. Hurricane Tortilla had a nano blade and a bomb to shred them. Now this is a map where Hurricane Tortilla is going to be coming out with the ball.
I think that Securus Ludo Reaper, Luxu, was not focusing enough on the Winston, because he was dealing a lot of damage on the healers in the backline. So maybe a good option should have been stay more together, and if the Winston is out of position, try to scare him a bit until you engage the point, you know?
Now, I personally really like this comp coming out from Securus Ludo. I don't know what Hurricane Tortilla has planned. Do they want to dive with the ball? I think, yeah, they're gonna push this Ashe. No, the ball is just going behind, trying to roll into them now. Is he gonna get a pick? He's not gonna get a pick. The ball is kind of useless. Yeah, they're gonna be going for the res, which they do. They need to focus this.
Oh my!
They didn't realize. Oh
well,
no! They fell for it.
Himself, but
it's still winnable. Lucio gets 2 picks, and the ball dies. Lucio gets another pick.
Looks who's popping off.
What a legend! He's actually doing this. Senior is contesting the point while Bubbles is putting decent pressure. Lucio's in their backline 1v1ing a Mercy! Is he gonna win? He is! Now they're just gonna have to clean up the point. This was a really interesting fight.
I could even say that Ashe is gonna pop off really soon. Right. In one
No, she's dead, she's dead. No.
Unlucky.
And the mines? This is such a sloppy fight. They're not able to finish off. No, they are now. They have to deal with this Ashe though.
I think that they don't know exactly. They don't know that the Hammond was still there. I can imagine Barbers shouting right now.
No. So what do you think is gonna happen next fight?
I think they could try to use Nanobob, but they have to be careful because they can actually book Bob out of the map.
Oh, Lucio gets really low. They nano him. Lucio's gonna be trying to get some picks now.
They really
but he
tried.
dies.
Yeah, she was taking a lot of damage from Hurricane Tortilla.
But even while this is happening, Securus Ludo is getting a lot of percentage on the game on this map. Again, Bubbles almost dies, and Basic again falls off the map. And the Bob even gets a pick. Securus Ludo wins this fight, and I think they're gonna be winning this map. I think that Hurricane Tortilla they
must
with
push
the
them
ball
really hard. They don't have to let them regroup.
No, their ball's gonna touch. But I think Cena's gonna try to get him. Ooh, they pull him? I think he's gonna die here. No. The blade coming out, getting Lucio. TJ almost having a fucking stroke again. Okay, I see.
It's even, they're trading.
They're trading. No, Hurricane Tortilla is getting a lot of picks now. That bongo was definitely... That bongo made them get so much damage that even the Bob got so many picks, and the Ashe dies to the Ana. That's interesting. How did the Ashe die there?
I have no idea.
Alright. Now, Securus Ludo... I think Hurricane Tortilla is gonna lose the shield battle again because they have a Hammond, right? And
now they have also Hanzo.
They're gonna have a lot of shield pressure, but I still don't like this Hammond pick at all. It's great to boop them off, but if you don't boop them off and jump off the point, I don't think it's worth it. Ooh, they used the win. That's a really good window, actually. They shouldn't be peeking this. Lucio getting the Immortality Field. The Immortality Field is 1. Why didn't he kill it? Or the Ana dies. But they're gonna try to get these DPS. The Ashe dies. Is Lucio gonna get the Hanzo too? If this Hanzo dies, I think Securus Ludo can win this. If they take care of the Hanzo, can they take care of the Hanzo? They use
They
B,
got
they
it.
invest B.
That ball was close to fall off.
Hanzo touching the point. That's... Bubbles is coming, I see.
That was a double headshot. One by the hands and one by the Ash.
Damn.
They
This
have
is-
to regroup.
They
even
really
if
have
they
to
have
regroup.
kill
They...
themselves.
Do you see T-Dang coming out? That's interesting. Interesting tactical crouching there. Oh, I think even though Securus Ludo looked really good on this map, now that Hurricane Tortilla is really in a good position, they're gonna... Securus Ludo needs to win this next fight. They need to. They have to.
And they
TJ, come on. I know. Oh,
Hey,
the
they
Ludo dies
have
to Lucio. That's a huge signal. Oh my god, but Darissa dies, but X1 is gonna
Lucius
pop
going
off.
for boobs.
Oh my god, Lucio almost gets booped off. They're gonna get this. They need to get this Lucio here. He's purple, then he's one.
C9. C9 again.
See, they need to get this Lucio. Oh my god, these guy. Okay, the Bob is gone now, so it's definitely winnable on the side of Securus Ludo. They just have to take care of this Ashe and this Lucio, which they have not been doing. Yeah, no, the Hurricane Tortilla is gonna win and completely win. It's...
Yeah,
Securus Ludo had so many chances where they could have grasped it, but they just lost it.
Play
It's really unfortunate, actually.
They are
and-
playing really good, but I don't think they are like keeping thinking about what to do next, what will be the best plan, what ults are they gonna use on. Also, they were only being aware of the ball once the ball was like killing someone on the backline or already. Well, the ball was killing himself more than one time, but anyways, it was being a problem in the backline.
Yeah. By the way, for the person in the chat, Securus Ludo, if I can remember clearly, it's Latin for easy game. Yeah. It means easy game. And yeah, that was definitely an easy game, I feel like, on the side of Hurricane Tortilla. That's a 3-0. And
Well,
best
not
of 5,
that
right? It's
easy.
done right. It's
The
done right
last
because
map
it's best
was
of 5.
really close.
Yeah, it was definitely really close, but I'm just really both kind of not disappointed, but it's just so... Yeah, I am kind of disappointed actually. They had so many chances where they could take it, but they just didn't manage to do it. They just let it go out of their hands. They were 99-0. They had ults, but they somehow just couldn't finish off targets. I feel like Securus Ludo did not have their shot caller like at all. He wasn't doing... Like, there was no planning, there was no focus firing. There were so many things that are such basic mistakes, which is really like sad. And
I think that once you reach a level like Diamond on above, it's not about...
skill.
Yeah, it's more... But skill wasn't the word I was looking for, but kind of. It's
Yeah.
more like punish the enemy mistakes. Like, you can be a really good player, but everyone like make mistakes. So the most you punish the enemy team mistakes, the more chances your team will have to take advantage of it and, well, completely destroy the enemy team.
So I'm
Yeah.
just confirming how many maps that we're actually going to do, because obviously if they've won 3-0, I'm not too sure if it's going to be full tournament rules where that's it, completely done now, and
That's it.
Hurricane Tortilla is actually done, or if we're just going to carry on playing the other 2 maps because scrim rules, possibly, because this was initially set up as a scrim. So I'm not too sure if they play minimum 4 maps and then play the 5th one just as a bit of a fun.
Since we have time until the other one, we should ask the team captains if they
If
want
they
to
want to play one more.
Yeah, so I think
Okay.
I'm getting confirmation that we can play. They are going to be playing one more. So
One more then, I feel like.
Yeah, that's fine. So I think it looks like we might be going to Dorado if I'm correct. But we'll just get confirmation with that.
People on the chat are like wanting goats.
They want to go goats.
We can. I would wanna cast the goats game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That'll be interesting, but I'm not too sure on how that would go. But yeah.
Ask them. Wait, I'm gonna tag. I'm gonna actually do this. I
No,
want this.
say they are screaming.
Goats? Smiley face?
Um.
By the way, yeah, now that we have the time to say it, I think that I'm especially gonna give TJ a huge shout out. Like all this production you did on the side and that you prepared was just insane.
So it looks like we are going to Dorado. So that's going to be our next map for the game. So that's going to be good. So just waiting for final ready checks, and I think we should be all good to go. Obviously, it's not going to be as polished as Overwatch League, with like some of the transitions and some things might be a bit funny, like sound quality. But as it's our first time actually casting one of these properly and actually doing it under our own Too Easy banner, I think so far it's gone quite well. So yeah, so I think we're just getting final ready checks. We're good to go. So I think it's going to be Hurricane Tortillia is going to be attacking first on the.
But actually, what I said before, right, about Nepal, like about Control being the map where Securus Ludo could get a lot of value, I think Dorado is also a big dive map. And if they can pull out of their ass and play a good dive, then I think we're gonna be doing that. I think if their dive, like, pops off, I think they can win Dorado. I can put my bets on it. You know?
Put your bets on it. So,
By the way, Lives, give me a kiss, baby.
Initiating match.
By the way, there's a... Yeah, we do know what best of 5 means. There's a 4th map because this was set up as a scrim and not really as, like, a big tournament. So this is like a test. So we're doing them a favor.
Anyways, if it's the best of 3, that means it could be 2 wins for one team, 2 wins for the other, and then you have to stop the draw on the 5th one, you know? That's why 5 maps.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Whoa, Bali, dude, what is this? He's getting fined $2,000, dude. No euros, dude. Oh my lord. Well, Securus Ludo is coming out again with this double shield comp. Well, Hurricane Tortilla is running dive with a Hammond. So they're just gonna be trying to, like, as an accurate representation, they're just gonna be going like they're gonna go in. They're gonna go hard, at least if they manage to get in position.
Hammond is going for a whoop without
He
success.
misses. I don't know, Basics Hammond has not been...
Meowcat.
Meowcat gets bubbles. Yeah. No, they res her. This is definitely winnable for Securus Ludo. Ooh, Lucio gets the Lucio. Lucio's been having a game. It's that they've been losing, but Lucio died. It's that... It's kind of sad because I feel like Lucio is doing a lot of work. Bubbles also going off right now, even though Dorana's dead. I don't know. There's not a lot happening.
Wow, they managed to damage them. Yeah, I thought it was a defense from part of Securus Ludo. They were holding it really good.
I don't know, the Orisa going really low. The Meowcat dies, the resing bubbles. Ooh, that's a big pull. They get... Ooh, no.
That was a good pull rock.
But Bubbles dies again. They're playing so far forward.
Yeah, like I said on the first game, dive is one of the best counters to double shield, and since they're playing a Genji with double shield, that doesn't provide um, the Securus Ludo tanks to be safe from the enemy dive, because Genji cannot like deal enough damage to scare the enemy tanks. Maybe
By the way,
something like
while this is happening, Helios is going really deep. I don't think he misses the pull. If he got the pull, he would have died. Ooh, this Widow's in a really good position. I think Lucia's gonna have to take out this Widow. Which he tries to, but fails because he gets dived on. That rock got really close to hitting him, not gonna lie. Exron gets the Ana. They get the Bongo. Lucia gets the Monkey, but the Orisa dies.
I think that if they don't blade, they
But
could
they-
fight.
Yes,
Okay,
Secrus
they managed to rest.
Ludo's gonna win this. Secrus Ludo's definitely gonna win this. They're up
They
so
don't
much.
have beat, so okay. It was a good moment for blade, but apparently they don't need it.
Yeah, this is a good fight from Secrus Ludo. They didn't use a lot. They used Valkyrie, they used Nano, but... And they used Bongo too, actually. They used 3, but... was a questionable Nano, in my opinion. But Lucio managed to get his ultimate, and
They
so
should
did
come
Sigma.
out for Zarya.
Why is he not playing Diva?
Maybe he can't.
That's kinda sus. But Hurricane Tortilla is gonna have to get
Blade
something done
incoming.
with this Nano Blade. Oh, but it's
Oh.
it's skilled! That's a huge anti!
I'm not gonna lie, Exor is playing far better on Sigma. He's
Yeah, I
doing
feel
like
yeah.
he looks like a sniper.
Exxon is definitely getting more work done on this Sigma instead of like playing the Diva. I mean, his Zarya was good too, I'm not gonna lie, but on Diva I felt like he didn't have as much synergy with his main tank player. Ooh, they're running in with the Nano Blade. They got 2 already. They got 3. They got 4. They got 5. Oh my god, what a he stole the 6k, dude. What a bitch.
Yeah. Fuck you, Elias.
Helios, you're mean. We don't like you. No, I'm joking. But yeah, Secrus Ludo just got Nano Bladed on, and they didn't have anything to counter it. So yeah.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Hurricane Tortilla, even though I didn't think the Zarya was gonna do a lot, they're still managing to win.
Well,
It's-
they don't have any counter for Nanoblade.
Yeah. Ooh, but they get the Lucio, and they're really far forward. I think that... Yeah, no, Deron is not gonna be able to heal that monkey. He has to die. He has to die. Why is that monkey still alive? I mean, he probably won't. Okay, understandable. Have a nice day. That Widow also... It's like Hurricane Tortilla is taking so much space, but
Yeah, the Widow have been uncontested the full game.
yeah, like they take so much space. This monkey takes space and doesn't get punished. This Widow takes advantage of that space and just kills everyone.
Sigma managed to touch the point. 3 picks. Then a
This is going good for Axron. Oh my god, Axron
Monkey
went
in
to
the
that
back line.
3k. And the monkey dies too. Now, how many ults did they use there? They used
5.
3. They used 5.
Yeah.
See, again, it's very unfortunate how this keeps happening, but Secrus Ludo keeps investing all of their ults into one fight, and they win it, but then the next fight it just gets steamrolled.
They're switching to break. Good choice. But they are not like playing dive anymore.
No, they're just gonna roll through them now because Secrus Ludo isn't playing a comp that supports their the tanks.
Yeah, they don't have damage enough.
They don't have enough damage to pressure out their tanks. Like, see, there's Zarya.
That grab.
Interesting grab. That was an interesting grab. I'm not gonna lie. But they still managed to get the picks. Bubbles gets the Ana, but Secrus Ludo is not able to follow up. This is yeah, a win for Hurricane Tortilla. That was, yeah, that was.
Complete.
Yeah, they just ran through them. They didn't have any response. They didn't have any ults as a response.
They played
To 3. Switching
3,
sides.
knew when to switch the comp.
That was a good switch, especially because they knew they had 0 ults. They could not respond in any way if they just rolled over them. So yeah, Hurricane Tortilla, that was definitely a good play. I'm not gonna lie to you. Securus Ludo is just crumbling now. They don't really know what to do. They're just playing. They've been playing that whole comp for the whole round. I feel like they switch over to the Genji and get value, but then as soon as the Genji doesn't get value anymore, they
Ready
just
for battle.
crumble. This comp coming up from Securus Ludo, I can't particularly say that I'm a big fan of it. I like the fact that they have a Pharah and a Pharah and a Genji for the combo of like having a Far Mercy and having the Nano Blade, and then having the Barrage that could also be huge. But at the same time, they don't have any, and I mean any contest on like a hit scan level. Like their Ashe is just gonna be shooting from Tokyo and just getting this Pharah. I mean, they're just gonna heal him out, but this Ashe needs to be dealt with. You know?
Yeah, I think that
5.
Axon we need a lot of coordination with Big Slick Path to manage to outplay that Ice, because as you know, the Ice was doing a good job the other games. Well, as a Widow, and well, she was like landing a lot of shots. So let's see who have the advantage here.
Lucio is really low, and Bubbles is alone. Bubbles is probably gonna die now. Actually, no, they don't actually go for her, but
This is really
the other
low, it's bad.
died. Lucio died, Bubbles dies. Hurricane Tortilla is definitely just taking advantage of the fact that they have no protection at all.
As we can see,
Let's switch over to the
Whoa.
Echo now with the Brig. I like this. I like this change. I really
I
do.
like it more.
Whoa. This, I like the Brig because the Brig is just gonna armor either their Monkey or their Echo, or even their Genji could be a good target for it. Was Bubbles gonna get the Monkey there or the Diva?
No, they're not jumping
Oh.
together.
There's no coordination in this dive, and so is in Hurricane Tortilla. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's definitely just been two teams that have like 0 to no coordination, and I don't know how to feel about that. It's been most fights have been just dependent on if one person gets a pick and if not, because there's not a lot happening on the tanks. The tanks, as much as you want those tanks to pop off, there's not a lot.
Incoming Nanoblade.
Nanoblade. Is Lucio gonna get a pick here? Come on, Lucio, I believe in you. Come on. Listen, you're not gonna let Buckethead get a 6k and you're just gonna get like 0 picks. Oh no. Hurricane Tortilla winning this fight again. But Buckethead dies. I mean, understandable, he got antied. This is 2 more minutes. Do you think Securus Ludo is gonna have a chance here?
Maybe if they focus on the Ice, because like you said, is the main problem. And he cannot like allow her stay on the high ground that much, because as we can see, she's dealing a lot of damage in the backline.
And again, Bubbles has just been overextending a lot because you want to dive, but you need to call to dive. Like Bubbles goes in and then goes out, and then Diva goes in and goes out, and then Monkey goes in and goes out. They use the Bob and don't get a lot of value. I mean, they do get a lot of value, but Securus Ludo just keeps losing these fights over and over. It's quite
60 seconds.
At
sad.
the moment, I actually like more Securus Ludo comp, well, not the Reaper.
Not the
I'm
Reaper.
talking about the healer composition, because actually dive with Ana and Brick is far way more broken than Lucio Ana.
Yeah, but there's no reason for you to play the Brig here. If you want to have a Brig, then play like Tracer, so that you can give that Tracer 225 HP and just rampage their backline. You know what I mean?
30 seconds remaining.
Hurricane Tortilla gets a really early primal here, and Helios is just going alone. He gets the Ana and manages to survive. How did they not kill Helios? He's 1 HP.
3 picks from Meowcat.
Meowcat has also been, as much as we've been praising Lucio, but Meowcat has been also doing a lot.
7 seconds.
It's been such a clown fiesta, but somehow Securus Ludo seems to be in a good position to actually win this. But Hurricane Tortilla uses the P.
They have 3 ultimates. When the enemy team only have blade, they are blading.
They're blading, they got the Ana. But then Nano Brig is so ready to fucking kill that Genji, and I'm so glad that happened.
And I'm so scared about Nano Break.
And she was even in rally too. But yeah, Securus Ludo won that fight just barely. Again, they used so many ults that it was almost like impossible to lose that. Now, Hurricane Tortilla also used a lot of ults.
Okay, as you can see now they have a Reaper to avoid the Securus Ludo take the high ground. The ice is like popping up, so you can say it like the Reaper will be the bodyguard for the ice. They nano the ash. 3 picks. It's landing a lot of shots.
Yeah. Securus Ludo loses. Hurricane Tortilla they're almost spawn camping. Their monkeys hiding in their spawn. Bubbles has to use Rave, and Securus Ludo is in their spawn.
They're running into them.
They're hiding in their spawn now. And the Ashe just keeps shooting. Buckethead gets a pick on the Brig. It's... Jesus. Bubbles and Lucio, I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm gonna be really honest to you.
They needed to pop off both the PR suits to manage to get all to the respawn.
Yeah.
And with that, they lost a lot of time.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the comment. Oh my. Yeah, no. Securus Ludo wins it again, just at the like, it just barely win these fights. And now Hurricane Tortilla has 4 ults. Big like Vax is definitely gonna die here. Axron also really low. And a Reaper 1v1 going on. Like, there's so much going on, there's no coordination. It's just, this is not dive, this is like watching goats, but then like everyone's playing like comp. You know? It's... Lucio gets a pick on onto Helios, but it doesn't matter because they all die. Lucio gets a pick on the Ana, but it doesn't matter because they're all dead. It's a very interesting game. Securus Ludo, they're definitely gonna be touching, but I don't think they can win this. I mean, they have
just prime out to touch. And Lucio is trying to.
Bubbles dies.
1 second.
Extron out of mech. Moira dies. Monkey is really low. He's just trying to jump and survive. Lucio gets the Ashe. Lucio is trying so hard to make these picks, but his team just cannot follow up, and this is another win for Hurricane Tortilla. They 4-0. That was
We could say that Buckhead
like
got more practice on Reaper than Bubbles maybe, and that make a huge difference countering each other monkeys.
I don't like the word rolled, but I'm gonna be really honest. They kinda got rolled there. Ooh, that was a good blade. Oh, that's really nice from Buckethead, actually. Buckethead has been... I don't know if you
It
know...
was really close to get hit by a rock.
So I think that was really good games, but like you were saying, there's just so much going on. For myself, trying to be casting, like observing it, it's like I just did not know where to look. There was like 2 team fights going on at once because, yeah, just so much happening. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. That's going to be the end of the first game. Hurricane Tortillia taking a 4-0 against Securus Ludo. And I believe we have the next game starting in about half an hour. So if you guys just want to try and summarize what's just happened, I have no idea. I'm lost for words because heard that Say was using his favorite phrase of a clown fiesta. So
Yeah, man, they call me Sideshow on the streets.
yeah. So yeah, it did feel like very one-sided, but Securus Ludo did have some really clean fights at some points. But I think Hurricane Tortilla just, you did say rolled, so they did push back really hard, and I think it was a very good team fight from both sides. So a very good game from both teams.